I like that kind of chaos. I can accept it. I'm the kind of guy that will snap on District X. So this is gonna be a fun card for me. I'll tell you why in a bit. But first, who is La Contessa Valentina Allegra de la Fontaine? So, you think Nick Fury has secrets? Valentina is on another level. But for the sake of brevity, originally she presented herself as an Italian jet setter whose parents had died because they were part of an Italian anti-communist movement. So, to carry on their legacy, Valentina joined S.H.I.E.L.D. as an agent, where she excelled and eventually caught the eye of Nick Fury. In more ways than one. They romanced, she betrayed him, they broke up, got back together, Nick Fury died, she became the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., only Nick Fury didn't die, S.H.I.E.L.D. was replaced with Hammer after Secret Wars, so she retired, but she actually didn't. She infiltrated Hydra, posing as Madam Hydra so she could be the leader, so she could revive Leviathan, a Soviet-based terror organization. She did it to destroy Hydra. Because it turns out Valentina was a Russian sleeper agent all along, working for Leviathan even before she joined S.H.I.E.L.D. Ultimately, Nick Fury put an end to Hydra and Leviathan, so with everything Valentina had been loyal to gone now, she decided to turn herself in. Something she did in part because she wanted to reconnect with Nick Fury, who eventually set a plan in motion to help her escape jail. After Valentina was freed, she became a member of a secretive council known as Janus. Really? That's just the J. But it turns out that Valentina actually died in a Russian gulag several years before and was replaced with a life model decoy of her, with the original Valentina's memories uploaded into the new body. Oh, and this LMD Valentina is a member of the current Thunderbolts team. Whew! In Marvel Snap, Valentina is a 2-energy, 3-power card with the ability, on reveal, add a random 6-cost card to your hand. Give it -2 cost and -3 power. Okay, immediately I'm thinking, hey, we have a new option in the hand generation archetype, similar to fellow S.H.I.E.L.D. members like Agent 13, Agent Coulson, Nick Fury, as well as cards like Mirage and Snowguard, all of whom buff Collector when they generate cards, yeah? And if you don't like what you get, Loki your hand. These kind of decks also synergize with Moon Girl, she doubles the number of cards in your hand, and Devil Dinosaur to benefit from that. Honestly though, this archetype has been doing okay on the ladder, not great. It shines mostly in Conquest because your opponent can't guess what you have in your hand. Now, with Valentina, you don't necessarily need to play her in that kind of deck, but then you're basically just hoping for good RNG, right? So okay, here are all the 6-cost cards she could possibly generate and their adjusted values thanks to Valentina. So that's 5 bad cards, 9 situational cards, and 13 good cards. So almost a 50-50 chance to get something good. I mean, you may disagree with what's bad, what's mid, but I think generally we're close to 50-50 in terms of what you're gonna get from Valentina. And I guess that's why Loki works well with her and her style of deck. Just swap out your hand if you get a bad pull. Which is, once again, not reliable odds for ladder, but could be great in Conquest. Oh, and then there's Mobius, who basically makes the card she generates a 6-cost with 3 less power. So yeah, just like a lot of the releases, the first week is probably not going to be great for Valentina because everyone will be running the counter to her. Valentina comes out in the Spotlight caches with Blob, still a strong card in the right decks despite being tuned down significantly, and Null, who's been in the Spotlight cache like how many times already? If you still haven't gotten him, here's your chance, especially if you enjoy the Destroy archetype.
Valentina, Allegra, de Fontaine. I know it's hard, but I don't like to repeat myself, so you can just call me Val.
Ultimately, because Valentina is so RNG dependent, I think you need to ask yourself, what kind of gambler are you? I know, weird thing to say, right? But you know how some people just tilt really hard when things don't go their way? And she's gonna be that kind of card. The last thing you want to do is not have fun with a game, right? Me personally,